has served as the Research Program Manager for the Utah Department of Transportation. Today, Mr. Leonard will share with us a brief history of the National Report Card of the state of our nation's infrastructure.
Thank you, Kevin. It's my pleasure to be here with you today, representing the American Society of Civil Engineers. We have 145,000 members worldwide. And we spend our lives, we spend our days and sometimes our nights designing, building, maintaining, and operating the nation's infrastructure. We see that as a key role and a key responsibility that we have. Over the past century or so in the United States, we have developed a system of infrastructure in this country that has allowed us to enjoy a quality of life and a mobility that's unprecedented in the history of the world. This infrastructure allows us to have prosperity and a social structure that is really, truly amazing, and we count it as a blessing in this country to enjoy this. For instance, the interstate highway system, which largely had its roots in the 1950s, has in the last 5 decades provided us with a 41,000-mile network of roads. Coupled with about 4 million miles of local roads and streets, this system now supports 237 million registered vehicles. This allows us to efficiently move goods and services, people and supplies all around the country essentially at will. A few years ago, the former head of the Texas Transportation Commission, DeWitt Greer, said, "We don't have great roads because we're a great nation. We are a great nation because we have great roads." That's just one example of the infrastructure system that we have in the United States. Water and sewer systems, for instance, are an unseen infrastructure system that we rely upon every day of our lives. We turn on the tap and we get clean water. We flush and the stuff goes away. And it's taken and treated and dealt with. And this allows us to have health in ourselves and to enjoy a level of efficiency that's really unprecedented. We have tens of thousands of dams around this country that collect and store water for use in drinking, for use in irrigation, provides power, protects us in the flood control system. We have power transmission, we have schools. You can see some of the categories. This is a fairly diverse and broad system of infrastructure which allows us to enjoy the standard of living we have. ASCE has, over the past decade and a half or so, considered it our responsibility to evaluate and review the nation's infrastructure. Earlier this year, we issued a report card, much like this, which gives the nation's infrastructure a grade of D. Most of the subcategories, like these here, fall in the C and D categories. Now, you might ask yourself, why is it that we have an infrastructure that's so robust and so intricate and that we enjoy and seemingly is pretty efficient and in pretty decent condition, and we offer a grade of D to describe this infrastructure? Well, the fact of the matter is the grade reflects not only its current infrastructure, but our commitment to maintaining that infrastructure. And so, as this infrastructure, much of which is 50 to 100 years old, reaches the end of its design life, the end of its anticipated life, much of it is in a state of deterioration. And there are problems looming we have not yet seen. And at this point in time, this critical juncture, the funding levels for this infrastructure are alarmingly low level. So the grade reflects not only the condition of the infrastructure, its gradual deterioration, but some of our lack of commitment to maintain and support and supply this infrastructure. Let me give you a couple of examples. We spend today 40% more time stuck in traffic than we did 5 years ago in the United States. We spend 4 billion hours a year stuck in traffic. This costs us $80 billion in wasted time and in wasted fuel. That boils down to something on the order of $700 a person in this country, stuck in traffic. Now, this is sort of a side comment, but I look at myself. I drive an SUV. I get 18 miles a gallon. If I paid another 10 cents a gallon gasoline tax, it would cost me $100 a year. I spend $700 a year stuck in traffic. Seems like an interesting analysis to me. A quarter of our nation's bridges, 27% of our nation's bridges, are either structurally deficient or functionally obsolete. Doesn't mean they're about to fall down. What it means is they no longer have the capacity to carry the traffic volumes we put across them. They no longer have the capacity to carry the traffic weights we try to put across them. We have to load restrict some of them and send heavier trucks in another place. And many of them need maintenance, repair, and replacement. This goes for many other areas of infrastructure as well. Our airports are full, they're crowded, and our airways as the planes travel are crowded. Our air traffic control system is old, antiquated, and in some cases unsafe. We have a brand new air traffic control system. We just don't have the funds to put it in place. We've developed systems on our highways. I work for a Department of Transportation. We've developed and proven we have systems on our highways to be able to help manage and control traffic, electronic signs and sensors and all kinds of things to make more efficient what we have. We can move more traffic on existing roads if we put systems in place. The systems require more. And so we have a bunch of places where we need to spend some effort.